welcome. Today I just like to look at some food forests with you. And here we have the edge of the forest on this side, and this slope here we have planted with a row of walnuts at the bottom, and then the slope up the hill with chestnut trees. And we planted the chestnut trees 2 meters apart, so relatively close together. And once we see what kind of nuts they make, which is about the year 6 or 7, by trees grown from seed, we start to select the best ones for nuts and start to thin out those which may not make the perfect nuts. And as the trees grow, we thin them out to a spacing ultimately to 8 to 10, 12 meters. And so through all that process, we always get light down to the ground, and we keep the ground mowed, so we are able to control invasive plants like blackberries and keep the ground free and ideal for harvesting. And we mow once to twice a year. And then later on we may also allow an undergrowth to come up once the trees close their canopy. And then further towards the edge of the forest we have a row and planting of hazelnut trees. Now we have a closer look to some of the chestnuts that are developing, and they may still have a month to go, a month and a half, until the ripening. So here we are looking at the edge of another food forest, and here we grow mainly in the front younger trees. They are walnut trees where we keep the grass short to be able to collect the nuts and mulch the trees until they get bigger. And then in the back we have mainly chestnut trees and some Turkish hazelnuts and black walnuts. And they are very well mixed, with occasionally also an oak tree between. In the back of the forest we have also some conifers as a shelter towards the colder southerly winds. And now we are also going to have a look inside the forest. Once the canopy really closes in with the big trees that have the good nuts, we allow some undergrowth to come up. And here we have young chestnut trees that naturally grow on the chestnuts. And they will keep away invasive plants that are difficult to come through and collect the nuts later on. But under young chestnuts we are able easily to walk through and collect the nuts. And we also have a couple of hazelnuts here, and try them and see how they do in that forest environment. And then we are also going to see the forest in winter when all the leaves are down. Here we are in one of our chestnut plantations, and each winter they leave a layer of mulch on the ground, and every year it builds a layer of beautiful black soil, and that's how the tree shapes the soil to its needs and builds the minerals that it needs to grow stronger and bigger. Then we look up to the forest that goes into black walnuts and other deciduous trees like robinia, which is a ground durable timber, and also chestnut is a relatively ground durable timber but has other fantastic qualities for building or furniture. And chestnut is also a fantastic whole food. It contains all the essential amino acids that we need for our nutrition, and a perfect balance between carbohydrates, oils and proteins. And chestnuts, my favorite is really to have roasted chestnuts in autumn, but we also dry them to use throughout the whole year.